Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Paddle Sweep. This week we have Tejas in the house.
Hello, hi.
Tejas is our expert for the upcoming India-West Indies series. This is a very important series in the context of the ODI World Cup, which is going to be played in October this year. And there are only 3 months left before the series, before the World Cup. And so this series, India would look to identify a lot of players for certain positions, and because of the series of injuries that has happened in the past year for a lot of Indian players, this becomes a very important series to test out the fringe players or the bench strength of the team and select a few candidates for the World Cup as well. So let's have a look at the squad for the series at the West Indies series. You have Rohit, Gill, Ruturaj, Kohli, Surya. Then you have 2 wicketkeepers, Ishan and Samson. In the all-rounders, we have Hardik Pandya and Jadeja as well as Akshar. Then in the fast bowling department, we have Siraj, Umran, Mukesh, Unadkat, Shardul. And then we have Kuldeep Yadav and Chahal as the spinners. So what do you think, Tejas? What would India's playing 11, or what do you make of the squad?
Well, I can start with my probable 11 and then we can get into the final details. I wouldn't say the top 7 picks itself, but I think it's pretty easy. Rohit and Gill to open, Virat at 3, Surya at 4, Samson as the keeper batsman at 5, Hardik at 6 and Jadeja at 7. Pretty solid. At number 8, I would personally go with Unadkat, but I think the team management could go with Shardul. At 9, I would pick Kuldeep as the wrist spinner, and then 2 pacers in Siraj and Umran.
Okay.
For number 8, what I think Unadkat offers is Unadkat is a better bowler than Shardul, provides the left arm angle, and it's good enough to bat at number 8. But Shardul has got the backing of the management so far. What do you think, Shardul?
Tejas, if we look at Shardul's performance, his batting performance in the recently concluded final of the World Test Championship, Shardul has made sure everyone has noticed that he has immense batting potential. Now, the only point is, do India really need a number 8 like Shardul in terms of batting? We have a solid enough batting lineup, as you mentioned, with a very solid top 5 and 2 all-rounders at 6 and 7 who are more than capable. Jaddu and Hardik are both really good as batsmen. So do we really need the batting of Shardul Thakur at number 8? I think the main point in this case is, can Shardul perform as a bowler? I would say he does have the variations. He can swing the ball early on when the ball is moving, as he has shown in a lot of tests as well. But considering it's a white ball tournament, I don't know how much the ball will swing, because Shardul won't open the bowling. He'll be at the first change. So because of that reason, I would say India would go with the better bowler. And because of, as you mentioned, because of Unadkat's left arm, being the only left armer in the team, that's also something that goes in favor of Unadkat. So in my opinion, the management might just start with Unadkat for this series. What do you think of other players? Like you have someone like Akshar, who has been tremendous for India in the past couple of years, first in test matches and then even in limited overs, and his batting has also really come up. What do you think? Does he have a place in this 11, and what about the other spinner?
I think it's really unfair on Akshar that he will probably not get a chance in the 11, because he's very like for Jadeja. He is the left-handed batsman and the slow left-arm spinner. But he might get a place in case we want to play 3 spinners, like Jadeja and Kuldeep being the first 2 and then the third. But I don't think that's happening in this West Indies series. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that he won't get to play. As far as the spinner spot is concerned, I think Kuldeep makes first choice as the wrist spinner
instead of Chahal.
Yes. I mean, Chahal has been decent, but recently the management has preferred Kuldeep in the ODIs, and he has been performing well. When we come to pacers now, like we have discussed the number spot, which is Shardul versus Unadkat. Then the spinner we have Kuldeep. I think Siraj will lead the pace bowling attack. Definitely. So Siraj is there. There is one more pacer spot left. I have gone with Umran because he has been he has been higher in the pecking order. But we do have other options in Mukesh and one of Shardul / Unadkat. What are your thoughts, Shalin, on this?
Honestly, I think Umran will win the third pacer spot. I mean, the fourth being Hardik. So we have Siraj, one out of Unadkat or Shardul, and then the third one, in my opinion, would be Umran. Not just because Umran is already ahead of Mukesh in the pecking order, he has already played for India in few matches, but also because Umran possesses something that no other bowler in India or very few bowlers in world cricket possess. He can bowl an entire over at 150 kmph, which is not something India has ever had. India has never had a bowler like that. So I think it's pretty important for India to groom him at this point, and he also plays the role of the middle overs enforcer. When you have if he comes as a first change bowler, he can take wickets purely by his pace. If he bowls decent line and lengths, he might go for some runs. His edges fly to 4s and 6s, but that wicket taking ability because of the pace is immense. So I would say the management would go for Umran.
Fair enough.
And now let's move to batting. Apart from that top three of Gill, Rohit and Kohli, and from 6 and 7 we have Hardik and Jaddu. Those two spots at number 4 and 5 are really the slots. India has had a problem with the number 4s and 5s for the past decade, I would say.
Yeah.
And with Shreyas Iyer not part of this squad, it is a very big opportunity for Surya and Samson, who have both had their shares of ups and downs when it comes to ODIs. When it comes to Surya, he has been India's number 1 T20 batter in the past few years. So I think the management will go with Surya for one spot. But when it comes to Samson, there is the other option of Ishan Kishan. How do you see that playing out?
Actually, initially I thought Samson will definitely make it to the playing 11 because he is the middle order batsman usually, and Ishan is generally bats in the top 3.
Yeah.
But if you now look at the rest of the squad, especially the batsmen, if we have this top 5, then we have Ruturaj and Ishan. And Ruturaj also bats in top order, so there is no backup middle order batsman as such, which means Ishan is the backup middle order batsman, which means Ishan could also be the first choice wicketkeeper to bat in the middle order. And Ishan has scored a double hundred in the past, although as an opener, and he has been part of ODI squads and has been in the playing 11 for some time now. We do not know if if that is because of Samson's injury or because Ishan is ahead of Samson. But whatever be it, I would say it's tough. But because Samson has recently shown his potential as a consistent batsman and has shown responsibility.
Temperament-wise also, I would say he has done much better. He's not as fickle anymore. He doesn't just throw his wicket away like he used to a few years back.
Yeah. Which is why I think Samson should get the number 5 spot or the wicketkeeper batsman spot wherever he bats.
And I mean, if KL Rahul comes back, then I think there is only one spot for Ishan, Surya and Samson. Out of these 3, only one player can go ahead if KL Rahul comes back to claim the number 5 spot, which he has proven himself to be a very strong contender for.
Yeah.
So alright guys, that's our analysis for India's ODI squad for the upcoming West Indies series, and I hope we covered all the points, and if there's something you would like us to discuss in the upcoming videos, please let us know in the comments. Thank you.
Thank you.